Dear good people, I hope you're all having a lovely Wednesday. Welcome to yet another episode of Let's Talk Film with Kavata. As usual, our location is Rustic Haven, a beautiful and artistic place in Ongata Rongai. Our guest today is one gorgeous lady, and I will let her introduce herself. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So probably just tell people who you are.
My name is Serah Wanjiru. I am an actor, a Dichterin. Okay, a Dichterin is just a bougie word for a female poet. And a writer, yeah, basically.
So how do you manage all those three in one?
Well, basically, you know, they're all just art. Let me just call them art. So they just intertwine and they work together. Because, okay, like acting, that means that I'm maybe like acting out other people's scripts and all that. When I say writer, I write creative articles mostly.
You write for other people?
I haven't written for other people yet. I just write them for myself. Yeah, and I just post them on Instagram or something or WordPress. And then what was the a Dichterin, a writer. Yeah, I love poetry because I've performed lots of poems from when I was really young, and I just grew the passion and the love for it. And yeah, I started writing. Yeah, so I'm a performer too, yeah.
Talking of poems, I've been watching quite a lot of your monologues, and your English is quite fluent.
Thank you.
Where did you school? Because that English.
Yes. Okay, I went to Dries Girls. Don't make fun of the name. Dries Girls High School. Yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah. Right now I'm in Kenyatta University.
So what course are you taking in Kenyatta University?
I'm doing BCom.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm supposed
I thought you were doing something related to arts.
I don't know. I think when I was getting into university, I was quite scared. I was quite skeptical. I was like, should I do film? And then I get there and then I just tarmac or something. So I was quite scared. And then, yeah, but I love business. It's something I love doing. So, yeah, and it's easy to juggle it with being an actor and all that. Yeah.
So where did your acting journey start from?
I didn't start as an actor per se. I started, I was first introduced to poetry. The first memories of me performing a poem was around in class 3, around 2007, going to the music festivals.
Oh, that was quite early.
I know, yeah, but I don't know, it was just something that was in me, you know. And then I went to high school, and then I was just performing the dramatized solo verses, and then got to drama festivals, and then I was taught like how to act and all that and all that. So mostly that was theater. Then I got to Kenyatta University, and basically all that was in my head was theater because I was just too used to doing stage plays, you know. And then getting there, did the stage plays, joined Kenyatta University, what is it called, like the theater groups and all that, going to the festivals, still national drama festivals. And then after that, I was introduced into film. Yeah. So my director, the one who's directing the plays and all that, he's also the director for a show called Sunday School Academy. It airs in KUTV. Yeah, so that's where I started acting film. That was like my first platform where I started practicing it. Yeah, and then the journey goes on to, yeah.
So now you started as a theater. You started from theater,
yes, from
and
theater.
Now you're on the screens.
On the screen, yeah.
Any difference in between?
Wow, yeah, of course. It is very different. Okay, in terms of performance.
Did you find it challenging?
Yes, of course. I found it so challenging. I remember the first time that I was performing in front of the cameras, you know. You're really skeptical and you're really scared. You're like, am I overacting? Am I overdoing this? Am I overdoing this? And then it's really hard because you're not really, okay, let's say when you're acting out with people who also are starting out as you are, you're scared because you're not sure if you're all doing the right thing or you're all just misleading each other. But anyway, yeah, it's very different because when it comes to theater, being acting on stage, you're really expressive, you know. You use your voice a lot. You speak in high tones. You have to be dramatic with your gestures. You have to, your facial expressions and all that. So going into film, transitioning into film it wasn't super hard it was a little bit challenging, but you know, you just ease through it.
So you're so used to being extra on this other side, and this other side now needs to calm you or something.
Yeah, you're supposed to be calm, but you're also scared because you might end up not
Bringing it out.
Yeah.
So any other projects that you've done?
So after that, I started getting, you know, looking for these extra roles. I've extraed in The Real Housewives of Kawangware. I have done a TV commercial with Royal Media. I have done one with Foxton Media.
So you're a star then.
Oh, girl, star! I wouldn't call myself a star though. Yeah, and then after that, last year, I participated in the auditions. This auditions called The Next Superstar. It ended up being a reality show.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was a finalist. I didn't win. That was sad.
Ow. Everyone keeps asking me why I'm staying in this relationship. They just don't know that this is the longest that I've had. You know, I mean, I burnt another ex of mine with hot water when we were cuddling. Then a girl sent him a selfie on WhatsApp. I also burnt down another ex's of mine house when I found a lingerie belonging to another woman in my ex's closet. But for Gibran, my boyfriend, you know, he's different. I know he's out there at 1 a.m. with his mistress, probably having fun.
Hi, baby. Hope you had a good day.
Yeah, I see you're back from work late night again?
Yeah, you know, kazi zetu hazishagi. I'm really tired. Is there something to it? Or?
Yeah, I prepared a meal for you.
Just do this. Get me tea and a snack. I'll be fine.
Okay. Don't you think it's a little too late to come in the house at 1:30 from work?
So natukaniachio kazi ufanye ama?
No. That's not what I meant.
Iche ya leo umeka nini ni tamu?
Just secret recipe.
It's really amazing. Mbona unakaa uko na stress hivyo?
Babe, do you love me?
Of course I do love you.
Would you die for me?
Yeah, we die for each other. I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why is it all
I was wondering, umekaa chini ukafikiria about how you die? I mean, how
babe,
it would work out?
I keep on telling you, unafikiria vitu za ufala. So you just sat down and you thought about how I'd die?
No, I mean, I just want to know, will it be sooner rather than later?
Come on, babe. I'm not dying anytime soon. I mean...
But you wouldn't know that.
No, I'm...
Where's Jua? You can't be sure.
Relax.
You know, you might be walking, then you get hit by a bus. Or someone might take a knife and then stab it in your heart, and then you just bleed out. Or you might die like mother's boyfriend, the way he died out of poison. Or you must just sleep and get a stroke.
That is where you go wrong. You see, I'm not Martha's boyfriend. I'm here for a long time, so relax.
Oh. Babe, the secret recipe was poison.
So you poisoned me. Now, let me tell you one thing. I'll only die when my time comes. I mean, what is wrong with women at times?
Thank you.
How was the experience during all that process?
Girl, it was tough. It was really hard. You know, first of all, I didn't know it was a reality show. And then I also didn't know it was an acting competition. So it was...
When you were going there, what was in your mind?
I don't know. I thought,
just went.
I thought I'm going to get a role in some series, you know. I didn't know. And then it was really... It was a different experience for me because, first of all, I am really reserved and I never ever thought that I'm going to be part of a reality show. You know, you're just putting yourself out there. There's no script. There's nothing. It's just you performing. And then worst of all, or the best part was you're competing in acting, you know. And it's something that is so dear to you. So imagine putting yourself out there for people to judge what you love, what you're trying to do. It's something that is a part of you. Standing in front of people and they're like, she's not a good actor. She tries, what's she doing? You know, but it was really nice because I was able to put myself out there. I met amazing actors. I learned a lot. I was challenged, and after finished shooting Next Superstar, I went and sat back and started rewatching all those videos. Actually, they're on YouTube. I started rewatching them and I started analyzing.
Where can people find them on YouTube?
On YouTube, Star Times.
Okay.
Yeah, Star Times. So I started analyzing all that I've been doing, all the mistakes, and I think right now I am better than I was while performing.
Did you see yourself as a finalist?
I don't know. It happened so fast. I can't even tell. Like, I'm telling you, I wasn't prepared from
the first time.
Yeah, so it all went so fast, performance after performance, and then we just got there to the finalists.
So these extra roles that you mentioned earlier, like for the Real Housewives of Kawangware, did you audition for them?
No, actually I did not.
What happened?
It was more of a referral. Yeah.
So they just called you like, we need an extra...
You know, okay, what can I say? So, you know, these casting directors on Joanna, and it's easier, especially for something like an extra role, and maybe you're shooting the next day, you won't hold some auditions. You're like, do you know someone, like another casting director, do you know someone who can perform this and this and this? And if you're fit for it, you're cast. So yeah, it was
just that easy for you.
I don't know if I'd call it easy, but you know, you have to put yourself out there and then you have to be really good at what you're doing for you to even...
For you to get a call from a director.
Yes.
While you were doing the Next Superstar, did it probably pave a way for you to other projects or...
Well, what I can say is definitely people saw my work and the people who've been reaching out actually are most creatives and, you know, people pitching the script and all that, the project that you can work on, because it's like my CV is already out there, you know. And after doing the Next Superstar, I was cast in this movie that is coming up called Sincerely Daisy. We are really, really excited. The director is Nick Mutuma, and he's also the producer, and also Naomi Mburu. Yeah, so I think that is the first job I got after the Next Superstar. So the rest you're waiting for them now to come up. Yeah, but it's really nice because people recognize you for what you've done, you know? Yeah. For
the upcoming projects with Nick Mutuma, were they auditions or they called you from the Superstar?
So when we were doing the Next Superstar, after we were done, we were told that the finalists, top 3, they were automatically the main cast of the film. For me, I was called, and then cast, but I was part of the finalist though, so it wasn't so hard for that to really happen. Yeah.
Nick Mutuma is one of the major producers here in Kenya. How was the experience working with him?
Wow, the experience was amazing. The experience was amazing because, first of all, Nick Mutuma is so down to earth. And he's one of those directors or people who don't dim your light. Someone who, you know, you can get to work with a director who knows that you're a newbie and they just tend to intimidate you, just can't like that. But as working with Nick Mutuma, he just made the environment and the set feel so safe. And it was easy. It was really easy working with him. You don't feel so much of a newbie. You feel like, okay, I do belong here. Oh, I can work with this. Yeah. So it was really amazing.
What should we expect from the film? Do you have like any other big stars that we know?
Yeah, it has really, oh God, it has amazing actors in it. Oof. I'm actually counting on those stars like to make they make me look good. I'm just hoping that they make me look good. There's Mbeki Mwalimu for Iwambo is a part of it. Oh, the winner of the show was called Elamaina, an amazing actor. There's a guy called Abaja, really good actor. Senjen Sam, I don't know if you know him, he's an amazing actor. It has an amazing cast.
How was did you face any challenges working with
Well, I can't say if I had any challenges, they're mostly inward or personal. I can't say that it was something that was caused, any stress that came from it wasn't from external factors. You know, obviously when you're in a set where you're working with stars, you can tend to feel intimidated, you know, a little bit intimidated. But when you work with people who are understanding and they're even willing to guide you, it gets so easy, you know. So I think I was lucky. For me, actually that is the first movie I've been in, like a movie I've been in, and I can say that I am really lucky. I got to work with amazing people. Yeah.
That being like your first movie, what's your take on the film industry from where it started to where it is right now?
Oh, I can say there's been some growth. First of all, and I don't know, I think maybe let me just speak for myself. I think it's a little bit more accepting, and there are new faces being really incorporated in the film industry, you know, where I think what I've noticed lately is directors and producers, they're seeking new faces. You know, it's not all about the old faces. Yes, they're amazing actors too, but for us who are new, we're easily incorporated. We are given a chance, you know. They're giving us, they're trusting us to give us roles in series and all that. And I also think after you learn and you start perfecting your craft and all that, it's easy for the industry to really adopt you. So I think that's one of the few things. And also, I don't know exactly how it was some time back, but the processes of getting jobs like auditions, they've been made so easy. Like recently, because of this coronavirus thing, we were able to still audition for series and movies while at home, you know. So technology has made it really, really easy, for us to connect.
So last week we were talking about directors harassing actors so that they can get slots. Have you faced something of that sort?
No, I haven't exactly been harassed by a director, but okay, when I think about it, I have been in situations where I have worked but not not gotten paid. It's quite frustrating, especially when you're starting out. And I think people have really normalized it. They're like, you know, when you start out, lazima utagongwa, nini. But it's not something that is supposed to be normalized. After you work, you should be paid. Like the Bible says, man should be paid for whatever he's worked for.
So what do you think can be done to reduce that norm of ukianza lazima utagongwa before you get settled in the industry? What do you think should be done? Is it a fault that is under directors, or is it the actors vile wako na hiyo mentality ya watagongwa? What do you think can be done?
Well, first of all, as I was saying, your story quite normalized. Okay, there are not so many people are really willing to stand up for themselves. And I actually get it, especially I can imagine for me as a new person. I go to a set, this is my first time, and I'm so excited because I'm working with this major director and maybe with a producer. And then after that, they don't pay me, or they end up maybe harassing me. I'll be really scared to speak out, you know. But I have really noticed that nowadays people are really speaking out. Remember, like there's some certain hashtag that was going on, and people are really able to speak out. And the other thing, I don't know who to blame though. I think you see, like these people who've been there in the industry for so long, you know, like something that has been a culture, you know, especially I'm going to speak more of the newbies because I haven't been in the industry for so long. I think that culture that has been there, that they tend maybe not to pay the actors and all that, because the actors when you're wamekubali, like this is what really happens. But what I can say is, for more people who are the film creators, when you're naingia saizi, these youngins who have really amazing scripts, and when they get to these positions, they're supposed to be the ones who get rid of this certain culture, because kuna watu wenye wameshakuwa hapo hivyo for so long. There are things you can't really change. But when the mentality of these actors changes and we stand up for ourselves, and I also think there should be acts or something about the film and all that should enforce such. Actors hawafai kuharasiwa.
Now, actors, when they start, do they like have contracts to sign so that when they don't get paid, they have something to show?
Yeah, actually, for me, in all the productions that I've been part of, hata kan nimekuwa nikifanya extra, I've always had to sign a contract.
But
Because
before you worked and you weren't paid, did you have a contract by then?
yeah. I think you go on set, and then you're given the contract, and then you sign it first, and then you agree, of course, your damages, and then you get later paid so that you can hold them accountable for that. Yeah, but I think there also what can I say, companies that work and they don't really have the contracts and all that. They find it a little bit unethical, or I'm just that scared I wouldn't go for that.
What would you advise the youngsters who are joining the industry right now? Well, related to that point of you work and you don't get paid in contract form.
Well, first of all, just be aware and research, and really research and know your craft. First, make sure that you understand what you're getting into, because, you know, acting is also like a business, you know. You have to get informed, know that this contract is the one that is going to protect you when maybe this other party doesn't, you know, follow the contract and all that. So I think people should be really educated. And I think the other thing that I would also tell people like me who are now getting into the industry is don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Whatever you're doing, just keep pushing it. Like, okay, venye si usema skuma, like skuma craft yako, unajua. And then the other thing is work on your craft. Really work on it. Research. Get to, you know, meet people, meet actors, meet producers, meet directors and all that. Just make sure that you have so much knowledge. Na kenye unaingia, you just get to experience it, but you already know what to expect, you know? Yeah, so it makes your work really, really easier when you get there. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Look at me. Look at me. You've done nothing for me. Nothing that counts. And you think I'd forget what just happened here today? I found you making a vulgar, disgusting scene in your own house. And on top of that, humiliate yourself with a boy half your age. You decided to run after him because your so-called vanity would not let you lose him. You don't love him? No. That would be way easier for you, because you only love them for loving you. You've let your life degenerate into an endless cycle full of empty craving for flattery and affection, and you dare say that you didn't hurt anybody? Father used to be a clever man, you know, with the ability to enjoy almost anything under the sun. But look at him now. Now he's nothing. A complete non-entity because his spirit has been crushed. How would they be any different, huh? You've let him down inconsistently for years, and God knows I am nothing for him to look forward to, but I would have been something had it been not for you. You're not happy. You've never been happy. Every day you keep fighting to keep your youth and your looks, but you're not young. You're not beautiful. And for the first time, I can see just how old you are. And it's horrible. I mean, just look at you. With your silly fair hair and your face all plastered and painted. Mother, sit up. Sit up. From now on, you're not going to try to be beautiful and successful ever again. You are going to be my mother for once. I really need it before I go all over the edge again. I love you so much. That is why all this is just so awful.
That brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, work on your craft, know your worth, and put yourself out there. Until next time, keep it Let's Talk Film with Kavata.